sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yesterday evening, a group of youths in Kilifi County dismantled a podium, or rather a dais, William Ruto was to use in one of his rallies in Kilifi County today. And while dismantling that dais, or rather podium, the youths were very categorical that that venue was a private property and that William Ruto had no permission to use that venue. That was yesterday. And also Kenyans have not forgotten, some few weeks back, we also saw a similar situation in Kajiado East constituency, where Peris Tobiko, Kajiado East Member of Parliament, hosted William Ruto, only for her husband to come out later to complain that he had not given William Ruto the permission to host his rally in his private property. So in this video, I want us to have a look at this short clip of these youths, after which, as usual, we are just going to analyze to see exactly the truth, what is actually happening here. Have a look at this.
Hapa kuna mkutano wa Ruto utakuwa hapa. I want to send a message to the deputy president. Na nimwambia kuwa ataweka mikutano yote Kenya nzima, lakini asiingilie katika mambo ya familia. Akiingilia mambo ya familia kwa sababu kuchokozana kisiasa, basi atapatana na sisi kama kifamilia. This is our family land, na hana ruhusa kuja katika mkutano katika shamba ya familia. Na wananchi wamejitokeza kutoa hii vitu.
Yes, that's exactly what happened yesterday in Kilifi. And those youths are making it very clear that that's a private property. And William Ruto had no right or permission to use that property, or rather that venue. But while responding to that incident, William Ruto's allies in Kilifi, led by Kilifi North Member of Parliament, Owen Baya, stated very clearly that actually one family member had given them the right to use that venue. So it seems to appear that there was some kind of a disagreement in that family. Some family members granted William Ruto the permission to use that venue, while other family members maybe never agreed or rather accepted William Ruto to use that venue. But still, William Ruto went on with this rally. What does that show? And then also bearing in mind that also some few weeks back, Kenyans can still remember a similar incident like that happened in Kajiado East constituency. Peris Tobiko, Kajiado East Member of Parliament, hosted William Ruto at her matrimonial home. But later, Peris Tobiko's husband came out guns blazing and actually reported William Ruto to the police, claiming William Ruto trespassed into his private property. And again, during that incident, or rather in that incident of Peris Tobiko, it was even very clear to William Ruto that there was a disagreement between Peris Tobiko and her husband. But still, William Ruto went ahead and hosted a rally there. What does this show us about William Ruto's view on the family unit? Does William Ruto believes in the cohesiveness of the family unit? That's exactly what I want us to find out in this video. And then secondly, we are not seeing such situations or rather such incidences in William Ruto's stronghold in the Rift Valley. We have never seen anybody come out to complain in the Rift Valley that maybe William Ruto trespassed onto their private property. What does that show us also about William Ruto's popularity in these other areas, we are seeing such cases of complaints. That's another thing I want us to find out in this video. Let's start with the first issue. Does William Ruto believe in the cohesiveness of the family unit? And I think the answer is simple, and your guess can be as good as mine. William Ruto is coming out as a leader who does not believe in the cohesiveness of the family unit. Just to start with the case of Peris Tobiko, already it was very clear that Peris Tobiko and her husband were not in agreement about Ruto holding a rally at Peris Tobiko's matrimonial home. But nonetheless, William Ruto went ahead with the rally, and we saw the husband complaining very bitterly. So in my considered opinion, if William Ruto actually believes in the family unit, then upon sensing that the partners are not in agreement, or the family members are not in agreement of William Ruto using that venue, then the best thing, William Ruto should look for an alternative venue where he can host or hold his rally. But now going ahead to host that rally, it simply means he's splitting those people. He's splitting that family. He's causing a disunity in that family. Same to this one of yesterday in Kilifi. It's very clear that a section, or rather some members in that family, might have granted William Ruto the permission to use that venue. But again, it was very clear that some family members never wanted William Ruto to use that venue. So the best thing, in my considered opinion, William Ruto could have sought, or rather could have looked for, an alternative venue. A venue without issues. He could have just used that venue. So these incidences are just showing that William Ruto is not really giving a lot of thought to the cohesion of the family unit. William Ruto's appetite for power is actually splitting families. And also we saw that some times back, some few days ago, when William Ruto actually introduced Francis Atwoli's wife as Bibi Wayule Jama Wanyororo. And then it's also very clear that Francis Atwoli is angling in the Azimio team. But now Atwoli's estranged wife wanted joins order. And then William Ruto uses that occasion to actually abuse Francis Atwoli in front of his wife, yes, and in front of also residents, or rather in public. That's also an indication again that William Ruto is not actually helping in bringing families together, but is just helping in separating families. And then secondly, it also puts to question William Ruto's popularity in these areas, because we have never seen such kind of instances happening in Rift Valley, Kalenjin Rift Valley. But they are just happening in some areas that previously we have been seeing them voting for Raila Amolo Odinga, and even as of now, it's widely believed that in Kilifi, Raila has some good support there. In fact, Raila is the man to beat in Kilifi. That's a given fact. And then also in Kajiado, Masailand, Raila is also a person to beat in that area. So why is it happening in those areas? How can we explain that? In my considered opinion, it seems that William Ruto might be forcing himself very hard on the people. He might be really pushing himself hard on the people. And now maybe the people are just trying to tell him that he should actually take them slowly. He should come slowly. He's really pushing himself very hard onto a people who actually not approve of maybe his political agenda or political narrative. So in my considered opinion again, we are also witnessing and seeing such situations in such areas because William Ruto might be very unpopular in those areas. But nonetheless, he's trying to push very hard, to push himself very hard onto the people. He's just trying to impose himself onto the people. That's also something coming out very, very clearly. So from where I sit, ladies and gentlemen, I can only, maybe my advice to maybe William Ruto is that first of all, he should actually come out and tell Kenyans his stand on the cohesiveness of the family unit. And if actually believes in the cohesion of a family unit, then he has to be very, very careful. And he should actually avoid hosting his rallies or rather using venues that have some family feuds or issues. And then secondly, William Ruto should not actually force himself onto the people, but he should actually seduce the people with a lot of love. A lot of love. Because in the case of Kilifi, this one we now just seen, in my considered opinion, William Ruto could have not lost anything by just maybe holding that rally, or rather looking for another venue to hold that rally of his. But simply because he wants to be seen, to be the man, he is forcing himself there. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, just as I did state when we were starting, if you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. To those watching us outside Kenya for the very first time, kindly drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here by constantly giving our videos likes, constantly dropping your comments. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.